everybody. This is Tony Anderson with EmbryoDirector.com, and today I want to kind of show you a couple of things about different vitrification devices that I try to show all my students, and I think it's pretty important in the success of all vitrification programs. There's multiple kinds of devices. You have cryo loops, cryo locks, cryotechs, vitriguards. There's loops, and there's the flexible kind, and then there's the more rigid kind, like the cryo lock or the vitriguards or the S-cryo locks. And I do believe that they're all, very good products. I don't have a particular favorite, but I do believe that technical error can occur with different types of devices. And so one of the things I always show my students is that the more flexible kind are flexible, and if you're putting it in nitrogen and you hit the bottom, or if you're putting it in and you're into the cryo sleeve, that if you bend it could possibly cause problems, and I'll demonstrate that here in a bit. The more rigid devices like the cryo lock or the vitriguard or the S-cryo lock, you can bounce these around and they don't really bend, and so there's less likely you're going to cause any breakage of that embryo when it's frozen on the device. And I want to demonstrate what that looks like by taking a dish and showing what each media here looks like when you go to freeze it. So just the basic Heapes buffered media, or the wash solution that we use. We can see the ice crystals in that. I'm going to put that here on the top. And even the equilibration solution that has about 15% cryoprotectant, usually ethylene glycol, DMSO. It's 15% of each. So technically it's a 30% solution when you make up the final dilution of it. And then you have the VS solution, the vitrification solution, that is typically a 30% ethylene glycol DMSO, which, 30% ethylene glycol, 30% DMSO, in a 10 mil solution would technically be a 60% solution overall. So there's a lot of cryoprotectant in there. And what I want to show you is that vitrification, we all know that vitrification is Latin for glass-like. So if we were to tip this dish over, it would, you can see the dish here. You see the dish where it'll, if I were to tip that dish, it would freeze. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that nitrogen, that dish, dip it in nitrogen, let it freeze up solid. And now what I want to do is show that it's a vit solution is glass-like. You can see through it. It doesn't fall off the dish, and technically is glass-like. You can see through it. The ES on the top, above that, and in the wash solution are both crystallized. You can see where they're both. Got to see the ice crystals in there. But the vit solution, imagine this is on the end of your device and it's technically clear and you see through it. If you bend it, it's going to crack it, and it's going to make this crack look like this on you see in here in the microscope. So in fact, if your embryo was in there, you'd be basically slicing cuts right through the embryo if you were to take that and it's on the end of this device and you bend it. So I would say the nice thing about these is that when you put it in nitrogen, it freezes right away. It's got a faster freeze rate. The more thick device, when you put it in nitrogen, it bubbles a little bit, so it has a slower freeze rate. You need to stir it around in the nitrogen to keep it in touch with the nitrogen. So I just want to demonstrate this for you today. I demonstrate this for all my vitrification students, and if you want to come for your own one-on-one training, and visit me at www.embryodirector.com. We also have online training from the same website. Go to the staff training link and it'll take you to the training sessions. Thanks for visiting, and we'll see you soon.